Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. 70 to 300mm lenses offers an alternative to the more standard 70 to 200mm zoom for photographers who don't need a wider aperture or would prefer a bit more reach on the long end. Sony shooters have a few options, named the company-owned FE 70 to 300mm f4.5 till 5.6 G OSS and the Tamron 70 to 300mm f4.5 till 6.3 Di3 RXD. In this review we will comparing the performance of both. First we will start with some specs, then we will do a side-by-side image comparison, and after that we will come to the conclusion. Both lenses have the same focal range of 70 to 300mm, but while the Tamron has an aperture of f4.5 till 6.3, the Sony widest aperture value is f4.5 till 5.6. With the f5.6, the Sony has an advantage in difficult light conditions and it makes a softer bokeh too. The size of a lens is an important deciding factor when comparing these two lenses. Tamron is the longer of these two lenses with 148mm. The Sony, with a length of 144mm, is 4mm shorter. On the other hand, the Sony has a larger diameter of 84mm compared to the Tamron's 77mm diameter. The weight of a lens is as important as its external dimensions, especially if you are planning to handhold your camera and lens combination for longer periods. The Tamron weighs 545 grams, which means it is 309 grams lighter than the Sony, which has a weight of 854 grams. The Sony lens was launched in 2016 and the Tamron in 2020. In the last years there have been a lot of positive development, especially among third-party manufacturers like Tamron, Sigma or Valtrox. So 4 years can make a big difference in image quality. The Sony lens also has various switches and a focus hold button. The Tamron unfortunately has no button or switches. The next advantage of the Sony is the image stabilization. This can often make the difference between a blurred or a good photo. Therefore, it is recommended to use the Tamron only with an IBIS Sony camera. Another major advantage of the Tamron to the weight is also the price. It currently costs 450 euro and the Sony still has a price tag of 1100 euro. This is a difference of 650 euro. But now we will come to the interesting part of this video, the side-by-side comparison. Unfortunately, I couldn't take the photos at the same time, so there are a few different light situations. But I hope it still gives you an overview of the quality of both lenses. Have fun! Welcome back. As you have seen, the Tamron is sharper than the Sony in almost all focal lengths. You just noticed the age difference of 4 years. The Sony lens has a better build quality, is stabilized, and it has many adjustment options. But if the sharpness is not good enough, then photography is not much fun. On the other hand, you have to keep in mind that the Tamron is not stabilized, which can also make a big difference, especially when you're filming. In good light conditions, however, it does not make much difference when you're photographing. It is 309 gram lighter and 650 euro cheaper than the Sony, and you really have to ask yourself whether these additional features of the Sony are worth the extra cost. I think it would be time for Sony to launch a new 70-300mm Mark II, similar to what they did in 2023 with the 70-200 f4. Here we also saw a clear quality improvement over the older version, so if you don't need the stabilization and switches, then the Tamron is just a better choice, especially if you can save 650 euro. What's your point of view about these two lenses? Feel free to write in the comments. If you like this test, I would be happy if you can leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions, please write in the comments down below. I will try to answer everyone. See you next time.